Welcome back to Mismatch. We are on Chapter 5. That's bananas. How are your weeks? Hope they're well. Tell me in the comments. Aphrodite paces relentlessly in the Tuzco conference room while you wait for your new client to arrive. Can you calm down for a second? This is no different than any other match. Aphrodite lets out a sharp laugh. I remember the first time I went after an unmatchable. I was brand new to the company, thought I was a hotshot. Pretty sure the client took 5 years off my life. Believe me, I am calm, all things considered. If by calm you mean burning a hole through the floor, then sure. Aphrodite abruptly stops pacing and gazes forlornly down at the open file on the table. I know we'll match this guy, but also, why did it have to be this guy? It's not that bad. This man has a puppet in his profile picture. It's endearing, a little concerning, a fun challenge. The harder the challenge, the more satisfying the win, right? This close to the end of competition, I don't care if the win is satisfying. The easier, the better. Relax, we'll make this work. So what if he has a puppet? It's not like he carries it around everywhere. There's a knock on the door. Maggie opens it and your client enters the room. And please do not have a puppet. Hi there. Thanks for meeting with me. I'm Neil. Oh yeah, I knew he was going to have the puppet with him. Yep. And I'm Mr. Scribbles! Nice to meet you! You force a smile as Neil shakes your hand and Mr. Scribbles stares at you from his other hand. Aphrodite gives you a told-you-so look as you take a seat at the interview table. So, Neil, when we're finding matches, it's really helpful if you know how you feel about yourself. Can you tell us what your strengths are? I don't know. I'm not super special or anything. You're damn right. The one running the show is me, not this sad sack. Hey, get it? 'Cause instead of sack, I said sock. 'Cause I'm a sock. Yeah, we got it. I'll go get you a coffee, Neil. And Mr. Scribbles, I'll get coffee for everyone. Be right back. As Maggie flees from the room, Aphrodite smiles reassuringly at Neil. Let's change topics. What kind of person are you looking for? I need a dame with legs up to here, if you catch my drift. Neil, how about you tell me yourself? Is that what you really want? Without using the puppets, I mean. Neil shrinks back in his seat, face flushed. Oh, I didn't. Sorry, I was just trying to lighten the mood. This is kind of nerve-wracking. Neil, why do you need to use the puppet to do that? I'm not really funny myself. I tried my hand at comedy without him once, and it was really bad. Yeah, now instead of using his hand for comedy, he's got it up inside me. Neil winces when he realizes the joke didn't land. You sigh and lean forward, keeping your voice gentle. Question? How long have you had Mr. Scribbles? Why can't you be funny by yourself? Does Mr. Scribbles go with you everywhere? I've always thought it might be fun to get into puppetry, but I only made him 2 years ago. I've always been a voice in his head, except now everyone has to deal with me. All right, back to you, Neil. How about we talk about your life so we can get a better idea of who you are? Eventually, the interview comes to an end. After saying goodbye to Neil and Mr. Scribbles, you, Aphrodite, and Maggie head to the stockyard to strategize. Strategizing time! So the problem isn't the puppets, it's Neil's low self-esteem. He compensates by hiding behind his puppets and putting himself down with it. That's an unhealthy coping mechanism if I've ever seen one. He's obviously genuinely funny, but he doesn't see that. We have to find a way to boost his confidence. So, where do you think we can find hot ventriloquists? Having common ground will get him out of his shell. I think his insecurity goes deeper than that. We need him to be comfortable with himself before he can be comfortable with someone else. Valentina, that's admirable and all, but we're matchmakers, not therapists. Neil came to us for love, not to unpack his self-esteem issues. And how is he supposed to find love when he's scared to even be himself? How are we supposed to make it to the next round of the competition if we put on the brakes? Do you even hear what you're saying? Neil's our client. We need to be thinking of him first. He's not matchable in this state. It's the right thing to do. But finding love for someone is showing them they're worthy of love. We have to show Veronica that we're the best this company has. She doesn't want someone who's going to cut corners and rush the process. In a perfect world, yes, I agree with you. But this is a race, and I'm trying to keep us in it. Is there a way to do both? You look at Maggie, who blushes and stammers. It's just, you're a team now, and you both have valid points, so there has to be a compromise. There's silence in the room as you digest that. Slowly, you look at Aphrodite again. Can you agree to at least one confidence-building exercise before we jump straight into matchmaking? Fine, how about improv? It's just when he needs to leave his comfort zone without going too far. I can tell there's a comedian in him. He's just got it buried under a lot of self-esteem issues. I love it. Is that the sound of teamwork happening? And my stubborn Junberg is letting it happen? Your dad comes out of the kitchen and sets 3 drinks in front of you. Wow, Dad, I appreciate the vote of confidence. It's one of your best qualities. Obviously, your work friends appreciate your strong opinions. I saw you all putting your heads together, coming up with plans. Ruff! Oh, Zeusy boy. So cute. So cute. Zeus scurries around the front of the bar and jumps up against your legs. There's the cutest little guy of all. Do you like my friends too, Zeus? Ruff! Zeus jumps all over Aphrodite and Maggie's legs too, then runs over to a table in the far corner where 2 women start fawning over him. I got to say, Zeus is a pretty good teammate himself. Those 2 have come in the past couple of nights to see him. He looks out over the rest of the stockyard, sighing at the tables that are still empty. Business is still slower than I'd like, though. I don't know how much longer this place can last. Hey, we'll take it one day at a time. We won't have to worry when I win the competition. Soon, you won't have to worry about making rent. We'll be able to spend money on advertising if this place can hold out just a little longer. The landlord's coming by in an hour to see how things are doing. He's thinking of selling this place. I just know it. You know, an hour is plenty of time if you put your mind to it. You all look at Aphrodite, who starts to grin. Ooh. You need people to fill your bar. You've got 3 matchmakers with nothing else to do. We can go around town and bring in customers, like matching people to your bar instead of each other. You'd really do that for me? Dad, of course. An hour's more than enough time for us. We're used to working under pressure. Oh, I just want to give him a little cuddle. Zeus comes scampering back, wriggling around as he wags his tail. And with more customers, Zeus can finally put on that cute cake collar and go around serving patrons. Plus, it'd be so worth it to see the look on the landlord's face when he walks into a full bar. It would mean a lot to me, but I can't ask you to inconvenience yourself for this old bar. Give the stockyard a full house. We should think long term. Leave it to us. On second thought, what if planning for one night isn't enough? Maybe we should think through this more. I was thinking the same thing. We need a plan that'll turn things around for good. Well, we're still here. Let's start thinking. You've got the best mind on your side, Drew. You all sip your drinks as you help brainstorm ideas for the stockyard. Later, after Aphrodite and Maggie have left to get some sleep, you're helping your dad close up when he grins knowingly at you. Oh no, what's that look for? So, Aphrodite's pretty good, huh? Dad, no, stop. Wondering if there was anything special between the two of you? Dad, I like her, but we aren't serious. It's complicated. We're like casually not dating. Could it be serious? Dad, stop. You're being nosy. Besides, Tusko has a no dating policy, so no, it couldn't be serious. Not if we want to keep our jobs. Boo, maybe I should talk to that CEO of yours and get them to ditch that stuffy policy. Dad, do not make me use this gross map on you. You brandish the mop and your dad jumps out of the way with a laugh. Okay, I won't meddle in your business. I just want you to be happy, Junebug. That's all. He slings his arm over your shoulders as you lower the mop back to the ground. You smile at him. I know that, and I just want you to be happy too. Things will work out for this stockyard. I know they will. The next evening, you walk into the full improv theatre and greet Aphrodite, Neil, and Mr. Scribbles. It's great to see all three of you. I hate being cooped up in that box. Finally, sweet freedom. Aside from the hanging all up in my business. Are you gonna use the puppet the whole time? Yeah, I guess. Awesome, that's going to be so much fun. Before you can show your surprise, Aphrodite hops onto the stage and claps her hands to get everyone's attention. All right, everyone, glad you could all make it. Let's get right into it. Our first improv game is called Act It Out. You'll be given a prompt and a box of props, and you'll have to act out a scene. Be as silly as you want to get us laughing. Neil, why don't you get up there for the first round? Okay, I guess. And why doesn't the nice young lady next to you join you? Sharon, and yeah, I'd be happy to. Neil and Sharon step onto the stage as Aphrodite steps off it. Did I mention I run this improv group? No, you did not. Must have slipped my mind. You want to say more, but Aphrodite turns her attention back to the group. Sharon looks confident, but Neil glances around anxiously. The scene is, Neil, you're a pirate who's shipwrecked and on a deserted island. Sharon, you're the pirate hunter tracking them down. And action. Sharon immediately gets into character, pulling a feather boa out of the prop box and swishing it in front of her like she's hacking through the jungle. I'm coming for you, Captain Neil. I've sailed the ocean blue, and you're finally in me clutches. I don't know what that pirate accent was. No, don't come any closer. He starts to lift Mr. Scribbles. I need to give him another prop. I'll toss Neil the skeleton parrot puppets. Neil, catch! Neil catches the puppet and he slips it onto his free hand, and you see him regain some confidence. Squawk! Squawk! Stay back! Stay back! Bad pirate hunter! What is she doing here? Mr. Scribbles glares at the parrot on Neil's other hand. Oh, you've been hiding another puppet from me all this time? No, I only just met her. Arr, those be lies. I've been tailing you and that pesky pirate for days. And that just evolved into an Irish accent. So you're a cheater and a liar, Captain Neil? I thought I was the only puppet for you. Oh man, did you hear that, Sock? The audience starts laughing, but Neil freezes, staring down at them in mounting horror. Oh God, they're laughing at me. Don't just stand there, you useless lump. He doesn't realize they're laughing with him. I need to get in there before he totally breaks down. You glance at the prop box and see the perfect thing. Throwing your pride out the window, you pull on a costume and jump on stage. Hello, Platinum. How you been? Stay back, pirate here. I'm a sentient banana that's fallen from a tree, and I'm here to stop you. I'll slip and fall, fling myself at Sharon. You swing your body around, and one of your peels hits out and whips Sharon, who dramatically falls while trying not to laugh. Arr, curse this island. I never thought I'd be bested by a sentient banana. As the audience laughs, you wink at a stunned Neil. You were doing great earlier. The laughing means they like it. Oh, I guess you're right. Thanks. As Neil regains his confidence to finish the scene, you hop off the stage and find Aphrodite shaking her head fondly. The things you will do for this job. I see you's got to be up for anything, right? Later, once you've taken off the banana suit, Aphrodite calls everyone together for another game. This game's called First Date. While you pretend to be on a first date, the audience gets to shout out lines you have to say. Valentina and I'll give you an example. She's a rookie, so don't go easy on her. You roll your eyes as you and Aphrodite take a seat at the small table. You bat your eyelashes, getting into character. You're taking me on a date, Aphrodite? My, what a lucky girl I am. Honestly, I'm the lucky one. I've been wanting to tell you for so long that I've been consumed by lust from the moment I saw you in that banana suit. I've been consumed by lust from the moment I saw you in that banana suit? Oh, did you want to taste my banana? Why didn't you come over and spill me? You could have said something, no need to be shy. Shall I go put it back on? Aphrodite laughs helplessly, running a hand over her face. Real forward on a first date, aren't you? Where's the waiter with our order? You pretend to read your menu, but glance at Aphrodite over the top. She fixes her stare at you, her gaze deep, searching. When you look at me like that, it makes me think, damn you and your stupid sexy face. It makes me think, damn you and your stupid sexy face, Aphrodite. I mean, it is ridiculously sexy. I know. I think it's not the sexiest thing about you. Your only good quality. You trail your foot up her shin under the table and watch as she swallows. I know there's plenty more you're keeping on the wraps. It's getting hot in here real fast. You sure this is a first date? Wow, either you two are really good at acting, or there's some serious, unresolved sexual tension between you. You freeze when you realize you and Aphrodite are maybe, just maybe, not having quite as pretend of a date as you should be. Alright, examples over. Who'd like to start us off for real? I'd like to, and I was hoping Neil would be my partner again. Ah, yeah, free food, baby! Sorry, Mr. Scribbles, but this is a date for two. And he takes Mr. Scribbles off his hand and throws him to a far corner of the theatre. Woo! Sharon takes his hand with a smile. I was wondering when you'd do that. It's been a long time coming. You smile to yourself as Neil and Sharon start acting out their date. Neil blushes as Sharon's hand touches his on top of the table. So Neil, I feel like we've gotten to know each other a little bit tonight, but I'm curious, what do you consider to be your best quality? Oh, it's your time to shine. Help him out, Valentina. I should have Neil say he's funny, brave, determined. I'm funny. Neil looks surprised for a second, but then smiles gratefully at you and looks back at Sharon. I'm pretty funny, I guess. No, I know. I've been working on my humor for a long time, but I still get nervous in front of people. I've had a great time with you tonight. We should do improv together more often. I'd really like that. Sharing a smile, you and Aphrodite start setting up other pairs to play the game. Funsies. After class, everyone begins packing up, and Sharon waits at the door as Neil comes up to you and Aphrodite. Hey, I wanted to say thanks for pushing me outside my comfort zone. Sharon and I are going on an actual date now. That's wonderful. I'm happy for you. Neil waves and walks away. He and Sharon link arms and head out of the theatre. Wow, it's almost like Sharon was handpicked to be perfect for Neil. Aphrodite is suspiciously silent behind you. When she avoids your eyes, things start clicking in your head. She brought him there. Was Sharon handpicked to be perfect for Neil? If I said she was? Aphrodite, I specifically asked for a team building exercise before we set Neil up on dates. You never said anything about not doing both of them at the same time. Now you're just making up loopholes to justify what you did. Oh yeah? And what did I do exactly? You lied to me, didn't listen to me at all. I did listen to you. You were scared of pushing Neil too far, too fast. And look, he ended up happy. We're a team. We were supposed to do this all together. Together, as in your way. You wanted it one way, I wanted it the opposite. I made a judgment call. It wasn't personal. Well, it feels personal. Just once, can't you do what I want without signing off? You know what? We're not doing this here. Before you can protest, she grabs your wrist and drags you out of the theatre. Ooh la la. You wrench your arm out of her grasp as she tugs you into the boxing gym next door. Let go of me. She does, and immediately starts stripping. You're stunned for a second, and your gaze can't help tracing the lines of her body. Ho ho ho. Oh wow, she looks good. Like, good. What's you doing? She pulls on a pair of protective mitts over her hands and holds them up. You're angry that I hid my plan from you? Well, I'm angry you won't just admit I was right from the beginning. Do you want me to punch you? Hell yeah, I do. I'm tired of you bottling up all your feelings until you finally explode at me. So come on, let them out another way. Aphrodite roots around in her bag and tosses a pile of clothes at you. You catch them, finding a pair of boxing gloves amid the fabric. And I don't want you to hold anything back. Show me what you got, Valentina, if you're game. Oh, that is cute. I'm gonna do it. Oh. Oops, I'm a whore. You're on, Aphrodite. Aphrodite lets out a carefree laugh, like she's just trying to rile you up more. I wonder if you box as well as you look. You don't have a mean bone in your body. Aphrodite, I'm going to murder you. Save the trash talk for the ring. Really see how witty you are with a bad guy. Huh, you really think you have a chance? Get in the ring, Aphrodite. Now. Already there. Both climb into the ring. Aphrodite's loose, bouncing from one foot to the other, with a cocky grin, holding up her mitts. What are you waiting for? I thought you wanted to teach me a lesson. You let out a furious growl, winding up a punch. I'll swing as hard as I can with perfect aim. Your fist lands right in the middle of Aphrodite's mitt, but lacks power. Grinning, she shifts her grip until she holds your glove between both mitts. Valentina acts so mad, but in the end, she just can't stand the thought of hurting me. You rip your arm out of her hold. I can't sense you're sort of hurting you too much before you listen to what I say. I hate how dismissive you are. You always try to act so cool. You never just say what's on your minds. You always act like you're so better than me, like you have all the good ideas. Newsflash, Aphrodite, you're so full of yourself. You always brush off all the things I say, like they're no big deal, and I'm sick of it. You swing at her. Her mitt absorbs the punch, and she lets out another sharp laugh, eyes flashing like you've struck a nerve. That's fair, I'll take it. But you know what your problem is, Valentina? Oh, please, enlighten me. You waltzed into this job thinking you could compete with the pros on your first day. Talk about arrogance. Arrogance? You think I'm being arrogant for wanting to win this competition? It's arrogant to act like you deserve it. You're only here because I invited you to the Valentine's Day party. You swing harder this time, huffing from the effort. Aphrodite smoothly dodges back. I thought you loved the challenge. Well, I lied. Apparently my time as the best matchmaker at this company means nothing, and now I'm competing with a total newbie. She catches your punch and bats it away. I can't believe I have to win this stupid contest to get the job I already earned. I do not like this cocky attitude. It's bullshit. So what? You want me to forfeit this shot at my dream job because you think you deserve it more? Sweat drips down your face as you land several more punches in Aphrodite's mitts. Seriously? Your dream job? Isn't being a matchmaker enough for you? You have to take what's mine while you're at it? Yours. Who's the arrogant one now, Aphrodite? It ain't yours until you've won it. You swing again, one fist and then the other. Both land in her mitts, but before you can pull back, she pushes against your gloves. I hate that my dream job got turned into a game. She takes another step, walking you backwards towards the edge of the ring. Ooh la la. I hate that I'm getting punished for bringing you to that damn Valentine's Day party as my date. So now you're saying you regret ever meeting me? Maybe I am. Okay, well, that's just fucking low. I should aim for the face, stomach, boob. As someone who does have boobs, this is the one that's going to hurt the most. You know where it'll hurt. You swing for her chest, and Aphrodite's eyes widen. She barely steps aside in time. Unbalanced, you stumble into Aphrodite, and the two of you fall to the ground. Ah! She should still punch her in the boob, though. Do it. Humph! And the two of you roll on the ground, trying to get the upper hand. Oh, so now you're playing dirty? I hate how difficult you make everything. My life used to be so damn easy before you. You finally manage to pin her down, but she barely seems to notice, voice rough as she yells up into your face. And I hate that the more I should be thinking about beating you in this competition, the more I'm thinking about being with you. Like, that's a bad thing, bitch? She freezes, her face inches from yours as you both pant. What did you just say? She swallows. Sweat trails down her neck, and her chest heaves with heavy breaths. Suddenly, she plasters a grin onto her face. Okay, that was great, huh? Real good stress relief. I'm feeling fantastic. Let's stop here? No, at some point we're going to have to talk about this. About us, about what you just said. Yeah, and that'll have to be another day, because I'm cutting you off. You've seen a lot more of my soul than I planned on. She takes your hips and tries to lift you off her, but you push down on her shoulders, keeping her pinned. Ooh, I'm a whore. You aren't running away this time, Aphrodite. I should headbutt her, kiss her. Oh no, I meant to click kiss her. Oh no. Such bullshit. You slam your forehead into hers. Stars dance between your eyes as pain laces through you. Ow, 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 ow. Ah. You collapse on top of Aphrodite, clutching at your head. The pain pushes all of the anger out your body. Damn it, I meant to kiss her. That was a bad idea. Ouch. You feel Aphrodite let out a pained laugh beneath you. Her hands start rubbing your back. Who would have guessed? You get off of her and climb to your feet, holding out a hand to help her up. She doesn't let go. Do you feel better? Yeah. Wow. Nothing releases good tension like a good old boxing match. But we still have to talk about tonight and me matching Sharon with Neil without asking you. Yeah. It wasn't what you were going to say, but Aphrodite leads you to a nearby bench. When you think about what happened at the theatre, some of your anger comes back. I'm not pissed because you set this all up without me. I'm pissed because you didn't respect me enough to let me help. Whoa, is that what you think happened? Wasn't it? No way. I went around your back because I knew you'd put a hard stop to my idea if I brought it up, even though it was a good one. We do matchmaking differently. These past rounds of the competition have been you constantly trying to show me up at my own game. And part of you showing me up has been you shutting my methods down. I knew you wouldn't stop just because we had to work together. If I had told you I was thinking of bringing a match to improv, would you have let it happen? No, probably not. That's the problem, at least for me. Should I have been sneaky? No. But my idea worked, and I know you wouldn't have thought so. You let everything she said sink in, and you realize there are more than a few grains of truth in it. You've got to rein in that competitive streak, by the way. Says you. What? It's why you're so mad now. It's not that I outsmarted you or anything, it's that you didn't think of it. It doesn't feel like your win. Aphrodite, do you always have to rub it in? Stop psychoanalyzing me. You're just as competitive as I am. Yeah, it takes one to know one. Look, I'm sorry about going behind your back, but I knew that once I got you in this situation, you'd work your magic. Wait, you was thinking about me? I brought Sharon and Neil together. You helped Neil see that he was good enough for her. I couldn't have done it without you. Aphrodite, no, you couldn't have. I guess we do make a good team after all. That's the confidence I like to see. I didn't mean to shake you so much, I just needed to say what was on my mind. I get it, and honestly, I couldn't have made tonight go as well as it did without you. We'd both played our parts. Her hand settles on yours and gives it a gentle squeeze, and your heart flutters. I'm sorry that I got so mad, that I'd been paying so little attention to the ideas you brought to the table. I get it, seriously. You want this job, I want this job. We're both stubborn and competitive. You can say that again. I'm sorry for some of the things I said now, too. I don't regret meeting you, taking you to the Valentine's Day party, competing with you. Don't you really, though? I don't know. I find saying I regret meeting you a really hard thing to shake off. So, I know we both just needed to get some things off our chests. Also, it's kind of been a fantasy of mine to have you take a few swings at me. God, you're impossible. Don't think I'll go easy on you from here on out. I'd be insulted if you did. Besides, you know I like it rough. Oh, I'm a whore. That gets a laugh out of you, and you squeeze Aphrodite's hand back, feeling the rest of your tension drain away. The next morning, you and Aphrodite are nearly trampled by Keith and Casey, who rush out of the elevator, distressed. I can't believe this is how it ends. It's just not fair. Kais, baby, why? Talk to me. What the hell? Jeremy holds open the elevator, looking smug. I hate Jeremy. We won't be seeing them around anymore. That's what happens when you break two's co's no dating policy. Keith and Casey were together. I'm glad your comprehension skills aren't lacking. Now would you two hurry up? Veronica wants to speak with you. God, I just want to punch this man in the face. If we get the CEO job, he is being fired immediately. Bye, bitch. You and Aphrodite exchange a grim look, then get into the elevator with Jeremy. You enter Veronica's office to find her smiling wide. Neil called me this morning to tell me how happy he is with your matching last night. I expected a lot of you two, and you didn't let me down. That's still a teamwork for you. I'm almost sad to break you up for the final challenge, but as you're the only two left in the competition, there's no other way. Jeremy, could you leave the room for a moment? This task is for a client who values confidentiality above everything. But I'm your assistant. Why can't I know? Jeremy, please leave. Jeremy grimaces but obeys. This challenge is going to be your hardest yet because your client is me. Dun dun dun. Veronica? What? But you're married. I'm getting a divorce. Gasp. You've reached the final round of the competition, but now you have to match Veronica herself. Just how difficult of a client is she? And I guess we'll just have to wait and see not only this dilemma, but what our two favourite matchmakers get up to next time. Tune in next Saturday to see it. Stay frosty, puppies.